Normal. Normal type Pokémon are defined by their simplicity and versatility. They don't lean heavily into any one strategy, which makes them flexible but rarely dominant in a specific role. Their biggest advantage is their wide move pool, allowing them to learn attacks from many different types and adapt to different situations. They're immune to ghost-type moves, which gives them a unique defensive edge, but they're weak to fighting types, which can exploit their lack of strong resistances. Fire. Fire types are built for aggressive playstyles and high damage output. Many of their moves can inflict burn, which steadily reduces an opponent's health and weakens physical attacks. They excel at taking down grass, ice, bug, and steel types, often acting as offensive sweepers. However, their weaknesses to water, rock, and ground make them vulnerable if they can't maintain pressure. Fire types often rely on speed and momentum to stay ahead. Water. Water types are some of the most balanced and adaptable Pokémon. They can fill offensive, defensive, or support roles depending on their stats and moves. Their strength against fire, rock, and ground makes them very reliable in many matchups. They're only weak to electric and grass, which helps them stay relevant in most battles. Many water types also learn ice-type moves, giving them extra coverage against a wider range of opponents. Electric. Electric types are known for their speed and consistent damage. They often strike first and can quickly overwhelm opponents, especially water and flying types. One of their defining traits is that ground types are completely immune to electric attacks, forcing careful strategy when facing them. Electric Pokémon usually have limited type coverage but make up for it with high-speed stats and reliable offensive pressure. Grass. Grass types are focused on control, healing, and long-term strategies. Many can restore their own health, drain opponents, or apply status effects like sleep and paralysis. They're strong against water, ground, and rock, making them useful in countering bulky opponents. However, they have many weaknesses, including fire, ice, poison, flying, and bug, which can make them difficult to keep in play without careful planning. Ice. Ice types are powerful attackers, but tend to be fragile defensively. They are extremely effective against dragon, flying, grass, and ground types, making them valuable for countering some of the strongest Pokémon. However, they have several common weaknesses, including fire, fighting, rock, and steel. Because of this, ice types are often used as offensive specialists rather than defensive anchors. Fighting. Fighting types excel in close combat and physical strength. They are highly effective against normal, ice, rock, dark, and steel types, making them excellent at breaking through defenses. Many fighting Pokémon have strong attack stats and access to powerful moves. However, they are vulnerable to flying, psychic, and fairy types, which can limit their effectiveness if not supported properly. Poison. Poison types focus on wearing down opponents over time. Their signature ability to inflict poison creates constant pressure, forcing opponents into a losing battle if they can't respond quickly. They are strong against grass and fairy types, making them useful counters in certain matchups. However, they struggle against ground and psychic types, which can bypass their defensive strategies. Ground. Ground types are known for their raw strength and important defensive traits. They are completely immune to electric attacks, which makes them essential counters to electric types. Offensively, they are strong against fire, electric, poison, rock, and steel. Their main weaknesses are water, grass, and ice, which are common types, so they require careful positioning in battle. Flying. Flying types are built around speed, mobility, and evasion. Their immunity to ground-type moves gives them a unique defensive advantage. They are strong against grass, fighting, and bug types, often acting as fast attackers or support Pokémon. However, they are weak to electric, ice, and rock, which can quickly bring them down if they are not careful. Psychic. Psychic types rely on intelligence and powerful special attacks. They often have high special attack and special defense stats, allowing them to deal heavy damage while resisting special moves. They are strong against fighting and poison types, but weak to bug, ghost, and dark. Psychic Pokémon often use status moves and strategic abilities to control the flow of battle. Bug. Bug types are often underestimated but can be surprisingly effective. They tend to evolve quickly and can apply status effects or swarm tactics to overwhelm opponents. They are strong against grass, psychic, and dark types. However, they have several weaknesses, including fire, flying, and rock, which can make them difficult to use without the right support. Rock. Rock types are physically strong and defensively sturdy. They are effective against fire, ice, flying, and bug types, making them solid counters in many situations. However, they have multiple weaknesses, including water, grass, fighting, ground, and steel. Rock Pokémon often rely on high defense stats and powerful moves to stay competitive. Ghost. Ghost types are unpredictable and tricky to deal with. They are immune to normal and fighting moves, giving them strong defensive utility. Offensively, they are effective against psychic and other ghost types. They often use status effects, disruption, and unique abilities to confuse opponents. However, they are weak to dark and ghost moves. Dragon. Dragon types are known for their high stats and overall power. They are often late-game threats with strong offensive and defensive capabilities. They are effective against other dragon types, but are weak to ice, fairy, and dragon moves. Because of their strength, dragon Pokémon are usually harder to obtain and evolve. Dark. Dark types focus on cunning and countering psychic Pokémon. They are immune to psychic attacks and strong against psychic and ghost types. Many dark Pokémon use tricky moves like flinching, stealing items, or disrupting opponents. However, they are weak to fighting bug and fairy types, which can limit their effectiveness. Steel. Steel types are among the most defensively reliable Pokémon. They resist a wide range of types and are completely immune to poison. They are strong against ice, rock, and fairy types, making them valuable in many matchups. However, they are weak to fire, fighting, and ground, which are common offensive types. Fairy. Fairy types are well-balanced and play a key role in countering powerful dragon types. They are strong against dragon, fighting, and dark types, and often have supportive abilities or healing moves. Their weaknesses to poison and steel keep them in check, but overall they are one of the most strategically important types in modern Pokémon battles. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate you being here and supporting the content. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it helps us out greatly and keeps this going. Comment down below future video ideas, and maybe your video will be chosen. Explain Nitro. Out.